Hi, I'm Daniel from splmixing.com and you're watching Mix Rescue. Mix Rescue is divided into three parts: mix preparation, mixing, and review. For Mix Rescue submissions, send your files and download links to daniel@splmixing.com with the email subject Mix Rescue. Welcome to part 1. Previously on Mix Rescue. Today we are prepping the mix real life. I would probably describe it as an indie rock / pop track. Some of the tracks agree that the kick is in phase. We should be able to get rid of the snare this way. So we've completely subtracted that snare from there. I can now replace that. These are now our new overheads with no snare in them. Basically what we did was we took that about 700 milliseconds back in time, and that just enabled us to catch the very start of that snare hit before it actually began. We may have the same issue with the hi-hats. I'm going to do that same trick. So repeat that again and get our gate happening, feed the snare side chain in, set it to the fastest we can, and let's have a listen if that has solved the issue or not. We need to throw this out of phase. So let's do the same thing. We're going to bust that to a new hi-hat track. We're going to make it mono, and I'm going to commit. So you may be watching this and going, well, hang on, there's all these little hits that are going in there. All I'm looking to get rid of is just the big hits, because it's the big hits that are going to be replaced. I want all of those little taps from the original snare to come through. So they're good, they're coming through. Let's color this track and let's get rid of the duplicate and that one. Hide and make inactive. All right, so I've just split that into mono. We'll delete the ones we don't need. So by rights, because we've now taken those snare hits out of the overheads, they're pretty much of no consequence to the snare. So we're not getting any cancellation and we're not getting any addition. So I'm going to get on with replacing the snare. We're going to put another instance of trigger on there, and we'll grab the vector snare from Pearl. Cool, I'm happy with that. Probably need to look at how these tom-toms go against the overheads. Let's have a look. I'm happy with that. I'm going to skip that one and just go to this because it's there. We're out of phase. Now we'll go down to this one. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to check that. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. To the floor tom. It's kind of not really cancelling, but not really adding. That's a bit disappointing. And let's check this one, tom 2. That's a definite, it's in phase. Now I was going to go and gate all these tom-tom hits, so let's go and do that quickly. Not that tightly gated. Last two. These have already been pre-gated because there's really no extension. So I'm going to get a sine wave generator tuned to the pitch of that. Making an aux track, we'll call this T1 sine generator, signal generator. I wonder what pitch this is. So I worked out the pitch for that one. So I'm going to probably have it opened by a gate. The gate is going to be maybe slightly delayed in opening, and we'll take the range all the way down, and I'm just going to bus 2, put a longish decay on it, and we'll send it out from tom 1. Okay, rename. So we'll go tom 1 sidechain. Let's get in there. Might take it down in volume. That'll do the trick. I might add a bit of distortion to that. Not really mixing, it's just trying to fix issues before we get to mixing. Big fan of Decapitator, let's give that a go. That to me feels natural, so I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to do that to the other tom-toms because there's just no sustain on them and I want a bit of sustain. I'll see you in a bit. To me, that's going to sound a lot better than what we had there, which was this. So you can see it just adds just that little bit of resonance that it was lacking. Yeah, let's go with R bass across these. I like that. Okay, as opposed to the next thing I want to do is just solo these and bounce them out to its own track. Let's commit that. This is now my new floor tom. Nice. So that's looking good. I'm going to do that with these guys as well. Cool. And you can actually see, you know, the amount of sustain that's been added. So for whatever reason, that was just so tightly gated during recording. It's cut off all of that good stuff, but now we've got it back. Stay tuned for the next part of Mix Rescue. And as always, happy mixing. Let us know if you enjoy this series by giving it a like, share the video, and subscribe to SPL Mixing, remembering to ring that notification bell so that you don't miss a future upload.